DECKTECH Blue-Green Flash. This deck was made by Urza2190, I think. Adam Collins. Hold on, I'll find out exactly.
You went 5-0 in a Magic Online League, right?
The way the deck works is everything in your deck is instant speed. We changed a few cards around. The deck had 3 Youngling.
Yeah, the blue Planeswalker, which was the only card that you couldn't play at instant speed. And it just didn't really seem to fit with the whole theme of the deck.
Oh, this, yeah. Youngling. So the original version of the deck had this... had this Muyenling thing, which doesn't really fit into the deck, as Frank is saying. Like, you want to play everything at instant speed, so we took it out of the deck so you don't even have to craft that many cards, because, you know, mythic cards, wild cards, all that. People like to save them at decks. The deck doesn't actually even play, like, you basically you're playing a few dual lands, which you want to craft anyway, and then you're playing Nightpack Ambusher, which is only $1 in Channel Fireball right now, so you should buy a bunch of them before they get more expensive. And that's it. Like, everything else is just uncommons. I guess this guy is an uncommon too. So the way it works is like everything is at instant speed. That means that this guy keeps growing for all the spells you're playing in your opponent's turn. You counter spells, like everything is like either counter spells or flesh creatures. And Frilled Mystic and Nightpack Ambusher are both really good. You have to keep in mind that like you are playing a lot of cards with double green in mana cost. So you can just play like, you know, I'll just play 4 Forest and a Duel or whatever. That doesn't work. Frank has given us the nod of approval as far as the mana base goes.
Probably for now.
It's been working out.
Yeah. I'm not 100% convinced this is optimal. Maybe like a tweak here or there might be better. Like maybe you want to actually cut a land and play more opts, but this has been working for the time being, and will might maybe tweaked a bit further over the course of the next few days. But like the only card in the deck right now that is not an instant is Entrancing Melody.
Yeah.
Which is like we were just like trying out random cards. It's a one-off right now. Could be cut, could be replaced by something else, but
it's really
all the key cards are
instant or whatever.
Yeah.
It's really good against Hydroid, for example. Like it's good to steal like lands from Nissa. Like Hydroid is the best creature you can steal because it has converted mana cost 2. So you pay 4 mana and you can steal a 6/6 Hydroid or whatever. They're more in the sideboard. That's mostly against the really fast decks like White Weenie. It's also your answer to something like Steamkin against Mono Red. Basically in like the matchups where you want to deal with fast creatures. The sideboard is we have Force Shifting Ceratops because we expect people to start, you know, playing Mono Blue and then the Mirror, and can be counter has protection from blue. So if you look at the deck, there's exactly one card that interacts with it.
Although that was good enough one game to beat 4 Shifting Ceratops on the other side. Still don't know how we managed to do that.
There was a game where our opponent literally had 4 of these and we just had 1 Nightpack Ambusher. Just made so many tokens that we still managed to win. Can this deck beat Vampires? Yeah, I mean, I think this deck, like we beat a bunch of mono red decks. We beat some other blue-green decks. We beat a control deck right now that had Teferi. Teferi is probably the card you want to play against the least. But I mean, I don't know. It seems good to me. Like if you're gonna play against control decks with Teferi, then like these decks historically have a good matchup against that because you know those decks don't like playing against counter spells and whatever.
Indeed, congrats, Ward. As we are doing the deck tech, managed to make meeting with it.
All right,
but I think the best cards in the deck are like Brynhorn Cutthroat. It's like a better Tarmogoyf with Flash. And Nightpack Ambusher, which is 4 mana, instant speed, you win the game.
Basically, this card just sits in play and keeps making tokens while you're countering spells. So this is just gonna win you the game on its own. Yeah. So this is blue green. This is how we just got to Mythic. We're top 50 or something, and we're gonna keep playing. Let's keep playing.